Hello and welcome to Cognito Key. Have you ever felt that knot in your stomach before a big presentation? Or just the weight of a deadline that's creeping closer and closer? Well, that's stress. And today we're going to decode it and give you the key to understanding it. Stress is a word we throw around all the time. But do we really know what's going on inside our minds and bodies? It's so much more than just feeling busy. It's a really complex response, both biological and psychological. So let's dive in and break it down.
To get a handle on how to manage stress, we first have to understand what it actually is. We need to go beyond that vague feeling of just being under pressure. Okay, so at its very core, stress is basically your body's alarm system. It's how you react to a challenge or a demand. You can think of it like an internal alert that just pops up and says, hey, pay attention, something important is happening here. I want you to imagine a balancing scale. On one side, life is piling on all its demands, right? Work deadlines, family stuff, money worries, you name it. And on the other side, you have your resources, your energy, your friends, your coping skills. When the demands start to outweigh your resources, that's when the scales tip. And that tipping point, yep, that's stress. But here's something that might surprise you. Not all stress is bad for you. Actually, some of it can be incredibly useful. It's not all the same. See, it's not all doom and gloom. There's a good kind of stress we call eustress. That's the excitement you feel before a first date, or the push that motivates you to really nail that exam. It's the spark that helps us grow. But then, of course, there's distress. That's the dark side. That's the constant worry, the feeling of being totally overwhelmed, the heavy weight that just kind of crushes your spirit. So this is the crucial point. Some stress pushes us to be better, while too much of the wrong kind is really harmful. And to manage that bad kind, the very first step is to figure out where it's coming from. So to really understand our stress, we have to look at its sources, what we call stressors. And we can basically group them into four main levels. You've got things happening at the individual level, then at the group level, then the wider organizational level, and even things from completely outside of work. So where does all this stress begin? Well, often we need to start by looking right in the mirror. Ever feel like you are just buried under a mountain of work? That's role overload. Or maybe you're torn between what your boss wants and what you believe is right. That's role conflict. What if you're just not sure what you're supposed to be doing? That's role ambiguity. And let's be honest, some jobs are just stressful by nature, like being a doctor in an ER making life or death calls. Okay, so beyond our own personal roles, stress can also come from the world and the people all around us, both inside our jobs and outside of them. Look, stress isn't just a you problem. A difficult team or a boss who micromanages can be a huge source of stress. So can a company culture that basically treats burnout like a badge of honor. And of course, we can't forget the world outside of work. Things like family issues, worries about the economy, these are all major stressors that can really take a toll. So we've looked at what stress is, the different types, and where it comes from. But there is one final, really vital piece to this entire puzzle. And this, right here, this is the absolute game changer. The same exact situation can be a thrill for one person and a complete nightmare for another. Why is that? Because stress isn't just about what happens to you. It's about how you interpret it. Your mindset, your past experiences, the people you have around you, these are like the lenses through which you see the world, and they decide whether a challenge is going to make you or break you. So I want you to think about it for a second. What's your stress story? What does your own personal stress map look like? Is it role overload? Is it a difficult work environment? Really pinpointing your personal stress triggers is the very first step to taking back control. I really hope this explainer has given you a new way to think about stress. If you found this helpful and you're ready to keep exploring how our minds work, please subscribe to Cognito Key for more deep dives. And of course, a like and a share would mean the world to us. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive here at Cognito Key.